I find funny is that you voice Goofy, but you're also a pretty goofy kind of guy in real life. Like I read that you and your friends used to go to you guys used to go to fast food drive-throughs back in the day and order food using your cartoon voices. Is that true?
I've done a lot of other cartoon voices besides Goofy. I'm Pluto, Horse Collar, about 40 different voices I've done for the Disney company, and also in the movie Space Jam, I was Foghorn, Sylvester,
Yeah.
Yosemite Sam, a lot of stuff. But Goofy's been the first one and the longest running character, along with Pluto. And yeah, I am kind of I was always a big cartoon fan, so I would do that when I was a kid. I would come to my dinner table, and my parents would be having dinner, and I'd say, "I'd like some mashed potatoes and gravy, Mom," and my dad would look and say, "Something's really wrong with that kid." And it was fun. I had jokes. Drive through places like Burger King, and I'd like a scotch and soda, and they'd look out and stuff and laugh. And my friends, oh, it's really cool, man. Do it again. And it just became kind of a joke thing until finally I got a chance to do it professionally, first in stand-up comedy in Dallas, Texas. Which I did for about 5 years. That's a tough gig, is stand up, but it was really great training for what I was to do later. So I got a chance to kind of, you learn what's funny and what isn't. I did radio for a number of years, but you don't get that feedback. Like, if you if you suck, the audience will let you know in stand up. So you have to kind of start learning to write some good material, and you learn, oh, that was funny, that wasn't, this is it. So over the years, you kind of get the idea of it, which comes in handy when you're handed a script in a booth and bring this thing to life, make it funny, make it, bring it, and that's maybe why I won the audition, I guess, is because maybe I could bring a little bit more of that personality and that humor out with Goofy. And I owe it all, I think, to stand-up comedy, which was kind of a tough road to hoe for a while.
I mean, listen, I've talked to some comedians on my podcast too, and they told me some funny stories, especially when there's times when they've done jokes and people don't laugh at all. And I'm like, how do you ever just like bounce back from that? How do you just continue when no one's laughing? Doesn't it mess you up? Like,
Oh, it's so tough. I mean, the first time I went up, I actually had a pretty good response. I was doing impressions and voices. I had a good crowd, but sometimes, Robin Williams couldn't get a laugh. I mean, it's just there's sometimes the crowd's just in a weird mood. And I always thought it'd be like, some people would have a good day, some people would have a bad day, and it would even out. No, sometimes the crowd acts like one person in a way. And boy, if you don't get them in the first 10, 20 seconds, you're going to be spending the next 5 minutes trying to get them back. So it's real important to start strong and to keep it going. And I used to tape my shows and I just cut out the jokes that didn't work and keep the ones that did and keep writing. And eventually it got better and better. And I kind of learned what to do on stage.